Hey guys, how you doing? So, long time no see, and that's probably down to me being lazy, not producing any YouTube videos, and there not being many good AAA video games coming out recently. But rest assured, when GTA 5 comes out, I'll be uploading like crazy, because I love GTA. And before Machinima starts nagging at me to produce more videos, and start threatening me, I'm going to upload a YouTube video. So today I thought it would be an excellent opportunity to go through YouTube gaming partnerships, because I know a lot of people have been trying to get their channels partnered. Because let's face it, who doesn't want to get paid for playing video games? It sounds like the dream. I mean, even if it's just a few bucks, it's still brilliant. So I'm going to go through YouTube gaming partnerships, and I do mean gaming in specific, because getting a gaming partnership is different from getting a regular partnership. And I'm going to go through how to get it, where to get it, and some of the requirements. So let's go through the requirements first of all. To get a YouTube gaming partnership, you have to be over 13 years old. And there's no ifs about this, you have to be over 13. You can be under 18, you have to be over 13 though. And if you're over 13 but under 18, you have to get your parents' permission first, and they'll have to sign a contract on your behalf. But you just need to be over 13 years old. And so that's pretty easy, right? Second requirement, you have to have a clean YouTube account. You have to have no copyright strikes on your gaming channel whatsoever. You can have content ID matches, but you cannot have copyright strikes. Copyright strikes are a big no-no, because a copyright strike is a strike against your channel, and if a network is partnered with you, then it's a strike against them, and they do not want that, because that makes them look bad. So no copyright strikes. If you do have a copyright strike on your gaming channel, all I can recommend is building a new channel. I'm afraid there's nothing else you can do really. You can't really remove copyright strikes, so I'm very sorry about that. And third requirement, you have to have a decent YouTube channel. And by decent, I do mean decent. Like a couple hundred views a day, maybe a couple hundred subscribers or so. And if I go on socialblade.com right now, socialblade.com, this is a website to check your YouTube stats. So if I go on the Review Demon, my channel, it'll tell you how many YouTube views I get a day and how many subscribers get a day on average. And you just need to make sure that you get over maybe 1,000 views a day to be able to apply for most of the networks I'm going to talk about here today. So 1,000 views a day and you're set to apply for partnerships. So let's talk about some of the best networks out there. Quite obviously, there's Machinima. They are the biggest network out there at the moment, the biggest gaming network probably. And with Machinima, you can easily apply through affiliates and click on the Apply Now button. And with Machinima, they, well, I'm sure you've heard loads of good and bad stories with Machinima, so I'll let you decide what Machinima really is, because I can't really speak ill of them when I'm part of Machinima network. So you should look into Machinima yourselves. But Machinima, they have a decent CPM. I can't tell you what exactly is my CPM. All I can tell you is that it's decent. CPM means cost per mil, and it just means the money you get paid per 1,000 views, and all networks have a CPM. And with Machinima, they have a decent one. So if you want to apply for Machinima, here's where to apply on the Machinima website. Now, the second network I want to talk about is TGN. Oops, not TSN. TGN. TGN Partnership, to be more precise. Now, TGN have been active since 2007 apparently, but I've only ever seen them since 2010, so I'm not sure how trustworthy that is, but I know that TGN is a very good network. They have excellent community, excellent support, excellent forums, and when you ask them a question, they'll reply within a couple of hours. They are very good. But the only downside to TGN is that they have a variable CPM and it fluctuates. So 1 month you could be getting paid $3 per 1,000 views, but the next month you could be getting paid $1 per 1,000 views, and that's maybe a bit riskier for the people who want to be in YouTube for the money. And TGN is probably is one of the better networks out there, I've got to admit. They have a very good array of YouTube partners. They have very big YouTube partners under their label. So TGN, something else I'd look into after Machinima. And here's the partnership form. Okay, that's TGN done, so let's talk about other stuff. Let's talk about TGS, the gaming station, sorry. There you go, TGS network. They also have very big YouTubers under their belt. Total Halibut, Yogscast, Blue Zephos. I think they're all on the TGS, and with TGS you go on their network to apply. I don't think they have any specific requirements. I think they look on a channel individually, so if you apply they'll look into your channel and see if you deserve partnership or not. They don't actually state how many views you need to get a day, but I'm guessing that you probably need around 1,000 or so, or probably more for TGS. So TGS, another one to look into. Those are the three big ones out right now. Yoush used to be pretty big, the Yoush Gaming Network, but recently they've not gotten as big, and to be honest I'm not even sure how to apply for Yoush anymore. Recently, a few years ago, to apply for Yoush you would need to have signed on to their forums and been active on their forums, and then apply through their forums. I'm not sure how to apply now. I'm not doesn't really say here. Nope, Yoush community. Yeah, I think you need to apply through the forums like you used to. So Yoush may be a bit long-winded, but I've heard good things about Yoush. I've heard they've got a very good CPM. Okay, now that's definitely the four big networks out there. There's also the Curse network. I'm gonna go on the website here. Curse, the Curse network. They have the best CPM out there here, which is $3 per 1,000 views. And if you want to join Curse, you've got to give an email to youtube@curse.com. One thing I've got to say about Curse is that they may not be so stable. A few months ago, back in 2013, Curse actually shut down for a bit because there was a problem with their AdSense account, which is how they get paid, really. And so I'm not sure about how stable Curse is. So you need to take these things into account when applying for a network. Even though Curse has a very good CPM and it's very popular with a lot of big YouTubers because of that, they may not be so stable. So Curse. What else can I talk about? Vezo. If I go back on Firefox, go back on Vezo. Vezo is also a YouTube network. It's part of, Vezo is part of Broadband TV Network, which is, which also owns TGN. So TGN and Vezo are pretty much the same thing, really, and they are very good with giving tips and YouTube tools for you to use. And Vezo really do help out the small guys, I've got to admit. We've got a new thing out called Vezo Cast List, and it lets you kind of sort through your content to see which videos are the most popular. And at the moment, I'm pretty sure it's only Vezo that offers this service. So Vezo really does offer some services that are exclusive to them and them only. So yeah, Vezo. What else can I talk about? I think that's definitely all the bigger networks out there. There are also some smaller networks that aren't geared towards gaming. Big Frame. Big Frame isn't actually that small, actually, but it's still not geared towards gaming. So Big Frame, they are really an entertainment network, so they do gaming, music, and comedy, stuff like that. If you want to apply, just go on their website. I don't really know much about Big Frame, but I just know that you just need consistently good videos to apply for Big Frame. They are very big with entertainment channels, but I'm not sure about gaming in general. And another one that's like Big Frame is Fullscreen. Fullscreen, once again, you can join through creators. And Fullscreen is also a very big network. It's relatively big, but it's not so big for gamers. It's big for just entertainment in general, but not so big for gamers. So Fullscreen is another one to look into. I'm not really sure about Fullscreen because they don't seem to be really geared towards gaming. They're more geared towards music and entertainment, really. So you may want to look out for that. I've left the best to last, and by best I mean the easiest to last. And remember Social Blade, what I was talking about earlier. If you go back on socialblade.com, they also offer a they also offer a YouTube partnership network, and it's with RPM. So if you go on to your YouTube stats page on Social Blade and click for apply for partner, it'll take you to a YouTube page where you can link your YouTube channel with Social Blade, and they'll take you through a partnership program. Basically, the Social Blade partnership program is in conjunction with RPM Networks, and RPM is another big network, and I do mean RPM is in very big. So if you go on home and go on Social Blade, you'll see that RPM is right up there at number 7 behind Maker Studios, which also offers partnership, I believe. But RPM at number 7 is very impressive, so you may want to look into Social Blade Network. I hear that their YouTube partnership is probably the easiest to get into because they don't have very good requirements. They have, I think, the requirements is like 200 views a day or something. So if you have a relatively small gaming channel, you may want to look into Social Blade, because I've seen loads of smaller YouTubers get into Social Blade. I'm not sure about their CPM, but I can't imagine it being higher than Curses, so I'm guessing about $1.50 per 1,000 views or something. But yep, Social Blade and RPM, another one to look into. That's all the normal networks that people get involved with, and we'll go through some of the smaller gaming networks right now. And there are loads of smaller gaming networks. So if I go on to Google and go on Zefix network, Zefix is a gaming network on YouTube, and they are very, very small for our own channel. There we go. So you can see that they partner at 300 views a day. So 300 is very low when we're talking about gaming networks in general. They partner at 300 views a day, and obviously it can't be any good. No offense to Zefix. I mean, they only have 3,000 subscribers on their main channel. So meh. That's really up to you to decide. But with Zefix, you can apply. The pros about applying for smaller networks is that they have lower requirements. But the cons are obviously that they're not as stable as bigger networks. So one day they may be fine and doing well, but the next day they may be completely gone and your YouTube channel may be completely fucked up. And so that's another risk you've got to take into account when looking into stuff like this. With smaller networks, they're usually part of a bigger network. So if Zefix network is probably part of Broadband TV or something, they are probably part of another network. So it's probably the same as joining another network, but you probably get paid a little bit less. That's about it. But then again, you get to have lower requirements. And Zefix isn't the only gaming network like this. There's also stuff like Omega Network on YouTube. There's loads of There's loads of these YouTube networks on YouTube. You just need to go Google them. If you just Google gaming networks on the search bar, it'll bring you up with loads of smaller gaming networks which you can apply for partnership for. So to apply for Omega Network, you just need to click apply for partnership. And like I said, you should really look out for these smaller networks, because sometimes they may not be as stable and you may end up losing a YouTube account because of it. So if I were you, I would wait until I get a decent amount of views, a decent amount of subscribers, and apply for a decent network like Machinima or TGN or TGS or something like that, because then you know your YouTube account is safe, which is the most important thing, even if you are looking for money. And that pretty much ends it. Oh, there's also Zoomin.tv, which I can enter. Zoomin.tv, they don't specifically do games, but they do have a games channel. You can apply for Zoomin.tv, become a partner here on the channel. They are pretty big with 400,000 subscribers, but you don't really hear many things about Zoomin. Even though they are quite big, I haven't really heard anything about Zoomin, because they are an entertainment network, not a gaming network. Yet they have a games channel. So Zoomin.tv, another one to look into. And that's definitely the end of all the networks I want to talk about today, and that's pretty much the end of the video, in fact. So yeah, like I said, good luck to you guys if you are trying to find a gaming partnership. It's not hard, in fact it's pretty easy, especially if you go for some of the lower networks like Zefix or something. But just make sure that you remain safe. You don't want to risk losing a YouTube account, because in the end it's probably your most prized asset if you're making money off it. And that's it, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this video, hope you found it informative. Any questions, just leave a comment down there, because I went through the exact same process myself 2 years ago. And that is it. And hopefully in a few months' time I'll be bringing you guys more videos, because GTA 5 will be out, and GTA 5, it's amazing. And I'll see you guys next time.